What's going on, fellas? Today we're back with another NBA video. It is Friday, December 13th, and as you can see, I'm in a new place, new cribbo from here on out. Obviously, I have a lot of soundproofing to go into this little cove I have here, so if it is a little bit echoey, I do apologize, but I'm going to hop straight into this. I don't have a lot of time today, but I did want to get you some NBA plays. Obviously, this is on the NFL screen, but we're going to be going to NBA. All right, now we're all set up and ready to go. We're going to start not in the Washington-Cleveland game, but in the Pacers versus Philly game. We don't have it here, but we're taking Tyrese Halliburton under 8.5 assists. It'll be on here by the time you guys see it. I absolutely love this play. We're leading the under for a few reasons. One, when you go and look at him, when you look at what Hallie's done over the past few games, the past 6 straight games, he's gone under this line, and that hasn't looked pretty for him. He's averaging 12.4 potential assists in those games. Now he goes against a tough matchup versus Philly. Obviously, only 12 assists allowed per game. But we get to even deeper numbers here. Obviously, you have the past few games, 7.4 assists per average. But then you go to point guards against Philly. They average the 8th fewest in the past 10 games. Not only that, but you go to odds versus Philly, you go to point guards, and there's only been 3 of the past 10 point guards have gone over their assist line, so that means 7 have gone under. I absolutely love this matchup. He played against them earlier this season, as we can go back and look, and he had 2 assists on 6 potential assists, and it's not like it wasn't a close game. It was a 4-point game, and he played 37 minutes. So if he can see anything like that again, this should be the easiest under in the world for us. He's been struggling. I think he continues to struggle in this one in a tough matchup versus the Sixers. So I think he goes under this line with ease, and we easily secure that cash. Into our next game, we're going to the Lakers versus Minnesota. This has the lowest total of any game today in this pretty big slate. And obviously, we're not going to shoot an over here. Actually, we are going to shoot over here, but we're going to go Rudy Gobert over 11.5 rebounds. It's not on underdog, but we can get it. Don't worry about it. It'll be up again by the time you see this. It should be up on the app or on desktop. But he's already played against this Lakers team 2 times this season. He's hit over in both games. In his last game against them on December 2nd, he had 12 rebounds with 21 rebound chances, and that's what we want to see. In the first game he played, obviously, to open this season, he had 14 rebounds with 23 rebound chances. If he sees those rebound chances, that is what we're looking for. Obviously, this Lakers team is allowing the 10th most rebounds to opposing players this season, and if you go to centers, it's even better against opposing centers. So if you go to centers, they allow the 2nd most rebounds, and then you go to offensive rebounds, they allow the 3rd most offensive rebounds, the 2nd most defensive rebounds to opposing centers this season, allowing 17.7 per game. Rudy Gobert should crush this line. He's hit this 9 of 12 games versus the Lakers. He's a merchant versus the Lakers. I think he continues to cook against them today. Heading on our next game, we have Charlotte versus Chicago. 36.5 PRA. I took it at 35.5, as you can get on Pickett. When you tail on Pickett, make sure you're on here using code BDGE when you sign up. It's absolutely free. We got it at the best value. 35.5 is where we got it at. So you want to make sure you take advantage and get on Pickett so you can always tail and get the best odds and the best lines. But heading on to that, we're going to go to his PRA right here. And he's just, I'm going to be honest, I don't even need to look on that. I could just look on straight props.cash. And again, if you want to use props.cash, I get this question all the time. Use code GUT25 when you sign up. You get 25% off your first month. But it is a monthly service, so you do have to deal with that. But PRA, Brandon Miller, we got a 35.5. Obviously, his last 5 games, he's hit this in 3 of 5 games. And again, we're looking at a pretty small sample size because we're looking without LaMelo Ball. So if we take out LaMelo Ball for injury, and even Grant Williams for that matter, he does well. Obviously, he's hit this in 3 of 6 games this season, but the usage rate is what I'm looking at. 34.3% usage, and the minutes are absolutely insane. Obviously, he's seeing 9.2 rebound chances, seeing 6 potential assists, and he's seeing 23 field goal attempts per game. That is the number that is absolutely huge here. And you look at the matchup against the points. I like his points. I'm going to be honest. If you want to take his point to 26.5, I don't blame you. Right? You look at the matchup here. Pick and roll ball handler, 25th. So that's the 5th most points to a pick and roll ball handler. Spot up, 14th. Off screen, 6th. Transition, 7th most points. And this makes up at about 50% of all of his shots plus. Even free throws, 14th. So they're bottom 15 in damn near every single scoring category for Brandon Miller this season. They have the number 1 pace in the league. They're going to be playing fast. They have a low defensive rating. I think Brandon Miller goes off against Chicago here in this matchup. So I really like his PRA at 35.5, but you can also take it at 36.5. I'm not that picky. Heading into our next matchup, I do have 2 more plays for you guys. Denver, obviously Nikola Jokic under 31.5 points. Obviously, again, if you're on underdog, use code BDG when you sign up. Make sure you take advantage using that. They give up to $1,000 deposit match bonus, so make sure you take advantage. Nikola Jokic, 31.5 points. We're taking the lower. Obviously, he's been cooking. I'm not going to waste your time even showing you the graph because he's hit this in 2 of the past 2 games, having 40 and high 40s and 50-point games, but we're fading him, and this is the reason why. Actually, I will show you this graph because this does me justice. When looking at Nikola Jokic's points, obviously he's not hit this at a very high rate this season, and Jamal Murray is most likely going to be back this game, which is something we definitely needed to note. But again, you look at post up, 3rd fewest, pick and roll, 4th fewest, 10th fewest to free throws, 7th fewest to transition, top 12 against spot up and putbacks, 5th fewest against isolation. They are the best defense against what Nikola Jokic wants to do. And again, he played them already once this season, and yes, he hit it against them once this season, but it came off the back of 7 made threes. He's never, ever going to ever make 7 threes again in a game. I don't think he's going to do it here in this one versus the Clippers. I think he's easily going to soar under this mark like he did in the second matchup versus the Clippers where he only had 28 points. This is a lot more realistic, a 50% field goal shooting game, 24 field goal attempts. You can expect a few free throws, but 39 minutes getting 28 points, that's what you expect from Nikola Jokic. I think that's what we get here today. I think this is going to be an easy under. A 31.5 just is way too high. You can also take it at 32.5, but take it with juice and like minus 130. You could do that, but I'm going to take it at 31.5 for minus 110. And our last play is going to be Victor Wembanyama to go over 24.5 points. I absolutely love this mark for Wemby. I think he absolutely crushes this spot. This matchup he has is absolutely flawless versus Portland. And you look at it on the surface, like, oh, well, he sucked versus Portland the first game. I understand. But now he's a great opportunity to bounce back. Portland, again, against the pick and roll, 3rd best, sure. Okay, but look at the rest of his game. Transition, 2nd worst. Free throws, 4th worst. Spot ups, 4th worst. Top 10 viewers post ups. I'm not really too worried about that as he is Victor Wembanyama. He could shoot over damn near anybody. And obviously the pick and roll, man, comes and goes depending on how the game plays out and if he uses that more often than not or if he's just spots up. But he's crushed this. You look at the last 10 games over this season or even the last 9 games this season. He's hit this in 7 games, right? The only games missing were the Lakers and Phoenix. But the volume that we're looking at is absolutely there. So far, obviously, in the past 9 games, he's seen a 34% usage rate. He's shooting over 20 field goal attempts per game, along with 5 3-point attempts, over 4 free throws a game attempted. So he's seeing all the volume we absolutely need. I think he's going to continue to shoot the rock. And against a Portland defense that is susceptible to massive games to opposing players, and especially opposing superstars, I think he can absolutely crush this line as well. And I think he's going to continue to have a big day. So I really like this line for Victor Wembanyama. And those are my 5 plays for today. Make sure to like, subscribe, lots of fun shit down below. And let me know what you're taking today in the comments below. And I'll be more than happy to give you my feedback on what I think about it. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.